Okay, I can't stop. I just can't hold off any longer. Did anyone recognize the tune I was trying to whistle? Did anyone recognize the tune that I was trying to whistle? Hi to hello friends, Lester here. And what a gorgeous sunset we're getting right now. Oh, do you mind you can just hush it up? Trying to enjoy this moment here, and I'm not able to enjoy it with that truck hitting brakes over here going to the rest stop, I'm guessing. Randall and those guys have finished up the fencing, so now you can see that both sides actually match, which this looks really, really, really nice. We're very blessed to have those guys. They do a wonderful job whenever they come in. Let's hope we don't need them back for a while, though. Sheesh. Let's hope we don't need Randall and his guys back for a while. You guys join me as we drive up and see what's going on up the hill. I think that Jamie should still be here. Her plan was to come by and mess around with them horses tonight. Yeah, I'm going to replace that flag, guys. It's been a little bit tattered, and just don't judge my flagpoles, because remember, not everything is bigger in Texas when it comes to Lester's flagpoles. So, pond looks wonderful. Pastures look great up here in the front. I am going to, maybe next week early, go ahead and start on my back pastures. Going to put that first initial mow over them, knock out some of the weedy stuff. And I've talked before about that, why we do that. I'll go ahead and tell you again real fast for those who may not know that, yes, cows eat grasses and horses eat grass, absolutely. And you don't come by and cut them to the ground. But if you'll come by and knock down the grass down to about 5 or 6 inches, what'll happen is this time of year, with get enough rain and whatnot, that grass will just shoot back up, and it will grow so thick. It can grow in so thick that it can choke out all of the weeds. And there are some weeds that grow here. We do have some thistle. Oh my goodness, look down the hill. Guys, look down the hill. Can you see what I see down the hill? It looks like Jamie has got all the horses moved over. And over there in Gary's Grove, I see Val, Rita, Roman, and Gemma. Oh no, and now Rita sees me, Val sees me, Rita sees me, and immediately Rita went to cut Val off. Val's like, hey, look, my daddy's here. And Rita go, the hell he is, he's my dad. And she went right away to cut off Val's attempt to come up and visit with me. Gosh darn it, Rita. I love her, but my goodness, she's difficult. We all love Rita, y'all. Don't say that we don't. We do love her. And so now this pasture's vacated again. This is the bullpen. And that means that we can officially start getting ready to move our bulls up. Oh, I don't want to do it, y'all. We don't want to do it. Here's our small 4-foot gate. This is going to give us a quick in and quick out. If I want to run to the barn for something, we have our 4-foot gate. And that's going to be nice. And then Talus, in case you're wondering, Talus is right here. And I don't know why he's not off with the other horses. Maybe Jamie was working with him special. I don't know. But here's Talus, man, right here. Hey, bud. Yes, he's still nibbling around the ground there at some of that grain. And that's fine. Look at Rita down the hill chasing Val. Oh, I don't like that, Rita. Gosh, Rita. Well, I hope you guys have had a wonderful Wednesday. I will say that I'm just back from a long trip to Houston. I had to go down. I didn't have to. I went down to see my son play soccer. And I will say the same thing to you all that I've told both my son's mom and anyone who would listen to me. Anyone who would listen to me. I said, every game that I've been to this year, soccer, Lex's team has won. That's right, they have won every game that I've been to. I did not make the very first game, and they lost. But every game that I've been to since then, they've won. So I do believe that I might be the lucky charm. It may take a couple of hours to get over there, even longer to get back. Look at Val looking at me. Hey, sweetie, I'm sorry I can't love you because of Rita. I'll love you from a distance, though, sweetie. Poor baby. Wants to come visit with her daddy, and Rita won't let her. Rita's trying to cut her off. What I'm going to do is walk over here right quick. And, oh, I'm sorry, I have you guys zoomed in. I'm going to turn on my water. Make sure I have water out in the pasture. Hey, babe. Yeah? Why? What's wrong? Oh, Jamie's sitting like a slut. You're sitting like a slut? Oh, sloppy. She said sloppy. I thought you said slutty. I thought she was sitting slutty. She said sloppy. Guys, you know what? I am old and I'm hard of hearing, okay? I am hard of hearing. I thought she said she's sitting there slutty. I don't know why I thought she said that. That's just what I thought I heard. But what she actually said, let me correct myself. I don't mind letting you know when I made a mistake. What she actually said was she's sitting there sloppy. Probably more like slouchy. If you're like me, no one's around, you're very liable to get a little slouchy. That's what I bet she meant, slouchy. I am so... Where's Roman going? Oh my goodness, look, Val sees me and she's coming, y'all. Look at Val, she loves me. And look at Rita. Oh no, Rita, look out, Val. Look out, sweetie. Rita, don't do it, leave her alone. Rita's like, that's my daddy. He was mine before he was yours. You're gonna back off. I'm glad y'all saw that. Look out, Val, here comes Gemma. You know what? Do y'all remember just now when I told y'all that pasture up front is vacated and we don't have to move our bulls over there quite yet? How many of y'all are raising your hands saying, move Rita and Gemma out to that front pasture? Look at Rita. Move Gemma and Rita out to that front pasture and have yourself a couple of weeks, maybe a month or so of peace and quiet. Oh no, oh no. Look out, baby. I'm so sorry, sweetie. I'm so very sorry for you. Easy, easy, easy. Calm down, everybody. Oh my God, sweet baby Jesus. I love you. What's going on here? Why are y'all being so wild and crazy? Oh, Lordy. Rita, settle down. Why can't I just come out and love? Oh, Roman, don't you come over here too. Here comes Roman. What's the deal? What's happening, everybody? What's happening? That's not Roman's voice. Sorry, Roman. I didn't mean to give you that voice. Well, I thought it was real sweet the way I roll up in here and look who comes to love on her daddy, because she knows that daddy... Golly gee, Rita, do you mind? I just want to love on her. Oh, Lord. Yeah, so, oh, hello there, sir. Hello, handsome devil, you. He's like, hey, Dad, when did you get here? Well, I've been here for a couple of minutes, and I was just coming out to love on you guys a little bit. Check your water. I'm just coming to check the water. Is that okay if I just check the water right quick? How do you put up with Rita all day, every day, bud? That's what I want to know. How do you put up with her all day, every day? And he's like, I'm not going to answer that question, Dad. I know you're going to trick me into that one, and I'm just going to stay quiet because I don't want to get myself in any trouble with Rita. I don't blame you, bud. I would stay quiet, too. Let's just all stay quiet and not talk about it. Hey, Gemma. Hey, sweetie. Come here. Let me put my hands on you. Rita, I'm trying to put my hand. Rita, Rita, I'm trying to put my hands on you. Well, look who is coming to love me. The Longhorns are all walking up. They're like, hey, Dad's here. Let's go see what's up with Dad. All right, well, I'll go visit some Longhorns then. Since I can't visit with my horses, I will go visit with my Longhorn. You guys want to join me on a little Longhorn visit? Come on. Just come on with me, everybody. Let's go see some Longhorn. By the way, the water was fine. I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but I did peek and the water is fine. So now, will the water be fine? Oh, look at Calamity Jane. Look at this girl coming over here. Guys, don't you just love yourself some Calamity Jane? Hey there, CJ. Hi, sweet baby. You're gonna walk up, make sure it's safe. You're like the bravest Longhorn. You come up, make sure that I'm safe. Yes, and like you're like, we don't need no riffraff out here, Dad. Don't be bringing no riffraff over here. Everything's fine over here with us, Dad. You got it under control, sweetie? You got everything under control? She sure is pretty. Y'all look how shiny her coat is. She sure is a pretty thing. Boy, she's a pretty thing. Yes, you're a pretty thing. I said it. I don't mind saying it, because you are. Tex, you and Waylon got to start showing out. Ladies, you've all known those kind of guys who whenever the girls gather up, the guys got to start showing out. Hi, Amber. Hey, sweet baby, you're a cutie too. Yes, you are. You bulls ain't got to do all that. Yes, they do. There's just something about boys that when all the girls gather around, the boys got to start showing out. Someone's going to put an eye out if you're not careful. We don't want any eyes put out over here, fellas. And we don't. We want no eyes put out. What's kind of sad, though, is that those two, along with Prince Willie Joe and Lord Grayson, are going to find themselves being moved up to that front pasture in the next couple of months. I know, y'all, it's the saddest thing. Many of y'all are saying, Lester, just don't do it. Lester, don't do it. They're so happy as a family. I know they are. I have actually considered for throughout the course of the summer, picture this, throughout the course of the summer, meaning May, June, July, all the way up till maybe even August, when we start having our first babies, go ahead and putting out our kind of reforming our gladiator pasture, meaning that would be Ruby, baby, do you have to do all of that? We could put Patsy up there, Ruby and Patsy. We could go ahead and put Prince Willie Joe, so we can kind of start making the transition, weaning him off of Mom. We could put Loretta over there. Yes, Loretta. Charlene. We could put Lord Grayson. Hello there, sweet baby. We could put Lord Grayson. We could build us another pasture of gladiators. Just gladiators. And they could be up there kind of helping eat some of that grass down. They would have their very own shelter, their water. We could put Jenny Lane, Danny, Trinity. I'm trying to think, is that everybody? So that, I think, is everybody. And then I do believe that's everybody. So we could have our very own gladiator pasture, just our gladiators. You could be a gladiator. Well, you could be a gladiator. You don't want to be a gladiator, sir? You could be a gladiator. Hey, Jolene. Oh, boy. Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging you, please don't take my man. Don't do it, Jolene. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Don't take my man just because you can. Don't do it, Jolene, because we love you so much. I don't want you to take my man. And so that's just something we could think about. I'll be more than happy to entertain your ideas and your yeses and your nos. Now, listen, this is not bothering anybody, y'all. This is not bothering anybody, all these babies hanging out over here. Jolene, don't knock that off of there. Do not knock that off. That's Chuck's special sign. But no, Chuck would stay here on the back pasture. And then, baby, you're going to tear my gates up. And then, of course, before all of our moms start dropping their babies, we'll have to move everyone back together except for my bulls. All the bulls will stay off. At that point, the bulls will stay off, and we will allow no breeding. Guys, we will allow no breeding whatsoever until we have us a good look at who's who and what's what. We want to check out the health of all of the babies, all the moms. We want to make sure everyone looks healthy. Then we'll start thinking a little bit about who can breed again, who cannot, how many bulls we had born compared to how many heifers, and we'll have to do all that calculating and thinking before we ever decide who we're going to allow to breed. So we could do that, but it's really up to you guys if you want to see 2 separate herds of longhorn, if you like the idea of having 2 herds, or if you prefer them to all stay on one pasture together. And if they stay on one pasture together, this is the 25 acres they would stay on right over here. The downfall, hear me again, the downfall to having all 24 cows on one pasture is they only have one barn. That's the only shelter to go into in a inclement weather situation. Now, I'm not concerned about sun because they got plenty of shade. I'm only saying if we have a tropical storm or even just a low pressure system blow through here and we get 2 or 3 days of heavy rain, the only place they have in this entire back 25 acres to go is this 140 by 60 shelter over here. And what normally happens is you have about 10 or 12 cows go in there. The alphas, the machos, the higher on the pecking orders, and they will end up taking over the entire thing. And that means that some cows are pushed out and have to go fend for themselves somewhere else. So that is the one reason why it might not be a bad idea to form us a new gladiator herd. We'll probably let Jezebel back in that group as well. Calamity Jane, you are not going to be a gladiator. You can stop asking. You can just stop asking to be a gladiator. You're going to stay with your mama and your daddy until you're much bigger, okay? You are not a gladiator. I'm sorry. I know you would love to be a gladiator, but you're just a little thing, okay? You're just a little thing still. Do I get a chance to love on her? Oh my gosh, I hope Rita doesn't come over here. Come here, sweetie. Come here so Rita can't see us. Hello, my beautiful long-legged lady. Hello, my beautiful long-legged lady. Boy, have we had some fun these last few days, huh? Guys, if you don't know, this girl and I here have had a lot. Where you think? Ah, sweetie, but I want to love you. She and I have had us some fun these last few days. Yes, we have. And you guys have been so kind to me. Thank you so much to everyone who's been so very kind in talking a little bit about how fun it's been taking rides on her. I really hope you enjoyed that, because this morning, coming out this morning, even though I missed coffee time with you, but coming out, getting her saddled up and taking her for a little ride about down to the front pond and back with you was so very special to me. That was so very special to me. So thank y'all for being a part of that, those who were. And just when I think that it's time to separate Prince Willie Joe, he's like, Mom's like, hurry, latch on fast, latch on, make him think you're still a baby. Hurry, latch on. He goes, Mom, I don't want any milk. She goes, latch on, God darn it. Gosh darn it, latch on. I don't want to lose you. All right. He's still a baby, guys. There's proof enough he's still a baby. He's a big old milk baby. But you're not a baby. You're a big girl, ain't you? You're just one big girl. I love me some big girl. I love this girl. Look at them horns. Look at them horns. Them nubbers sticking out. Look at you, sweetie. Oh, boy, Calamity Jane, you're something special. She is something special. All right, well, let's walk over and see what, well, now Jamie done went inside. Gosh darn it. Jamie done went inside unless she's hiding somewhere. Maybe I embarrassed her. That may have happened. I may have just embarrassed her, y'all. Didn't mean to embarrass her. But I just don't know what to say. I will walk in and check on her momentarily. Nope, so I did travel over to watch my son play soccer, and that was awesome. So proud of him. They did win their match. So now, on the season, they are 3-1. And that's pretty awesome. They actually had a really good football season as well. If you remember correct, they were 6-2 on the season for their football, and 3-1 so far in soccer. They still have more games to go. This water is not dirty, so I'm not going to empty it. What you see floating around on top is just a little bit of pollen. Hey, sweetie. You guys have to look long and hard at her. We got to figure out the difference between her and Charlene. This is Pearl. This here's Pearl. Look at her stocking socks. She has knee highs. Her socks, well, she has a black nose. You have to remember that. And she has knee high socks, especially here in the front. Now, Charlene, who's over here, also has a black nose. And she also has knee high socks in the front. So I've always been able to tell Pearl apart from everybody else because of her black nose. And then now, though, having Charlene, who looks just like her, freckles and all, and Charlene's horns are growing pretty darn long. Hey, Charlene, come over here real fast. That worries me. I'll just walk over to her. As long as there's no one here who's going to get me, I'll walk over to her. I also see a broken broom. You think this might be why this lady sent me the other broom? Because mine was broke? I just never talked about that in the video. Anyone want to guess how it got broke? I'm not going to tell you, but it has to do with the spanky stick situation. All right, look here. This is Charlene, and look at her socks. Look at her socks compared to the one we just looked at. And try to figure out if you can tell a difference, because they are so darn identical, these two. So there's Charlene and there's Pearl. See what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about? Black nose. And so they're also sisters. They're sisters, y'all. So, anywho's, that's what's going on with our longhorn. Hey, sweetie. You come to love daddy? Would you like some brushing? This is a broom brushing. I'm going to put that to work on your horns. Would you like me to do this right here to you? Does that feel pretty good? Hi, Fat Dolly. Hey, Fat Dolly. You like that, sweetie? Baby, don't hit me. Don't hit it out of my hands. There, you like that? That feel pretty good the way I'm scratching you? Okay, I'm not gonna keep. What are you staring at? Why are you glaring at me? Hey. No, ma'am. You're not gonna be over here doing all that mean stuff. I'm gonna grab my broomstick. Get in there. Sweetie, I'm gonna grab my broomstick and come at you with it if I have to. Look, here's my pow pow broomstick. Pow pow. See? Pow pow. I'm not gonna hit her with that, y'all. I'm kidding. I'm just joking, everybody. I'm not really gonna give anyone any spankings. I'm not gonna spank anybody. Y'all have never seen me lay a hand on anybody. Never. I mean, I may raise my voice. I may act like I'm gonna spank them with my spanky stick, but I've never laid my hand on any of them. That's why they're so mean to me. Because I spared the rod and I have spoiled the children. I've spared the rod and I've spoiled all my children. I've just spoiled every one of y'all, haven't I? I just spoiled y'all. Oh, baby, you want me to scratch you underneath there? Okay, I do love you. You can't be so rough with your horns. That's the whole problem. They just get to be so rough. they end up hurting me accidentally, then I end up having to limp around for a week because of these girls. So, anyway, all of the longhorn are looking great, friends. Thank y'all for loving them as much as I do. Don't come through there. No, ma'am, you're not going to come through there. Look, I got water hose. You want to drink from the hose? You want to try to drink from the hose? No, you don't like that? You don't like drinking from the hose? It might be kind of cute. This here's Patsy, by the way. This is Patsy. She goes, you never talk about my pretty socks. Patsy, I know I don't. I don't mean to show you less attention, sweet Patsy. So all 3 of our water troughs are still here. Patsy wants me out of here so bad. She's like, you might want to just go on, mister. You might want to go on and leave us longhorns to be. Leave us longhorns to be. All right, Patsy, I'll just say to be or not to be. And if you say leave you be, I will. I'll just leave you be. All right, my water is turned off. Guys, my water is turned off. You can rest assured that all of our babies have water. All right, let's walk over and see what Jamie Cakes is doing, shall we? Let's hope that she has me something cold to drink. She still has not come back outside. She still has not walked back outside yet. We could interview her to find out how hard it was moving the cows from one place to another. Let's go see if she's available for an interview. We'll do an outdoor interview if you guys want to stick around. Friends, we've already had a chance to peek at the horses. We've also peeked at the longhorn. We filled up their water. And now we're going to walk over and see about Jamie and find out how her day went, okay? But I'm going to see if she wants to come back outside for the interview. But she did say she looks sloppy or slouchy, so she may not want to come back. I do have to burn that pile. That's all the scrap wood that was left over from Randall and his guys. I'll take care of that tomorrow morning, weather permitting. Let's just walk over here and see what Jamie's doing. Babe, what are you doing? You want to come out here and be interviewed? She's coming to be interviewed, y'all. She's going to come out to be interviewed. Outside. We're going to have her come outside, and we'll just sit over here together and take this interview together. This will be the hot seat right here. You guys gather up your questions. You can ask her anything you want.
You know that I looked around and was not prepared for it.
That says Barnadette. No one cares. Come on over here to the hot seat.
Oh my gosh, the hot seat. Is this like the principal's office?
Right there.
Here?
Yep. So when I left here, all of the horses were up in the bullpen.
Yes.
How did it go getting them all moved over? Tell us the whole story. Or can you?
I made a video for tomorrow.
Here, take this chicken. People always ask why we have these chickens laying around here. They were gifted to us. So you're not going to talk about it because you have a video to show. Okay.
It was a bit of a fiasco. And
no.
And some of it I didn't even capture on video, and you don't even know about this. But
Can I hold on, before you say, can I guess who I bet gave you the hardest time?
Sure.
So I know that Rita and Gemma did not make it easy on you. But I bet of all, Roman was the last one to get moved over.
So you are right about one thing in that statement.
What? So I was, well, hold on. I was only right about one thing?
Yeah.
Roman being last to move over?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so tell me how you did this. Well, you can't talk about it.
Well, here's what I'm going to tell you that's
Lord.
not in the video. Why does this have to be on me? Like, it's not on you at all. So, The thing that made my job the hardest and took the longest, and why we're sitting here at almost dark, is that the round pen was set up as a stall, basically.
Yes.
Except for I couldn't open the gate. So I spent 45 minutes trying to move the round pen, and then had to take it apart and almost died whenever the whole thing collapsed on me. So.
Well, that's horrible. I thought Randall and those guys took it apart because I had it all set up. How come the gate wouldn't open?
Because the round pen was in the way.
Oh, no, it opens towards you.
Yes, but there was an alley between the round pen and this that was too thin and was going to cause me some problems because the gate opened the other way.
Okay.
So I was trying to move it towards the fence, or to just open it to be able to not have any bottlenecking scenarios.
Oh, I got you.
And there's one panel that the lip, like where they connect, where the pin goes through,
bent.
the lip is bent.
I remember that.
Okay, so I almost died trying to get that like shuffled, connected, because it's too low for the other part. And then the feet got stuck in the old hay and the muck, so I couldn't drag it. So then whenever I went to pull the pin out, all of a sudden the wind blew and that whole gate went down like this, and it was bad. It was really, I'm thankful that there was no video of that moment, because that was rough.
Well, you know what?
Really
There's
rough.
always camera surveillance video.
I'm
so.
sure that there are, and you will see some sights, and I'm pretty sure that my dress blew up in places, and like it was not a pretty moment. So that was actually the challenging part.
Okay.
And before that moment, there were no neighbors here.
Oh.
And that moment called the neighbors up.
Oh.
And then
when you say neighbors, you mean the riffraff next door.
I do.
Aw.
So, yeah, it was some crazy stuff, but I did it, and it's done, and everybody's okay, and nobody got hurt, and
So now we have to reset up the round pen if we're planning on using it for like a place.
like a stall.
Like a stall.
Yeah, we just got to think through that, because the way it was set up was not, it was going to cause problems and get people caught. So.
Okay. Well, guys, the good news is the horses are now back where they belong with a lot better fencing.
Yes, much safer.
And that means that we don't have to worry about the neighbor. It's okay, I'll put it here. We don't have to worry about the neighbor's riffraff anymore, because now they're separated by 300 feet of separation. And so even though they may look over the fence, they're not going to be able to do all that stuff they were doing that you showed in today's video on your channel. That was really, really scary.
It was very stressful, and to be honest with you, Grandpa, we got somebody in heat or something, and Grandpa is an intact male. So is Duke, but Grandpa's older and clearly much more experienced, because he was making that same crazy noise today running up and down this fence line.
Duke?
No, Grandpa was. Grandpa was making the like motor noise, that scary, you know.
Well, just don't forget that we have 3 of our females out there, our mares, Rita, Val, and Gemma, and I'm certain that they're probably all got all kinds of stuff going on.
Yeah.
And now you guys probably don't even know this, and I can't even talk about it. Really, I don't know how to talk about it, but you can tell when they're in heat, because not only do they do the twinking or blinking, the winking, but they also have a massive secretion. You know about this? It's like a massive secretion that comes out like. And yes, and so I don't mean like a dribble. What's wrong?
This is horrible. How did I get stuck on this live?
Well, you know it's true. And so
I do, but it didn't.
What you could do is like help explain the scientific terms of it. So what they will do is literally open their legs like they have to urinate, but that's not urine that's shooting out of them. That's not urine shooting out of them. Someone says they squirt. I don't know if you can say that on a video. I don't know why, because there's a drink called Squirt, right? So listen to me. It's not just like an ooze. It's not bloody. I know that you have no idea what I'm talking about. No, we're talking about animals in nature here. And so whenever these females come into heat, they let you know, and they let everybody know. Why are you like shy? Why are you embarrassed about this?
I don't even know what to say about it, and
Well,
I don't have the scientific.
Then-
so I don't have the
okay.
scientific. I'm gonna look it up.
Well, hold on. Let me ask you this then. So, is there anything that I'm saying that's not true right now?
No.
So, Jamie, she's reluctant to say it, but she did say no. All that I'm saying is true. So, if you're a horsey person and you have mares, then you have to know something about what I'm talking about. And so I've never seen cows do it. I've never seen dogs do it. I've never seen any other farm animal show so visually that they are in heat. Well, of course the males, you know when a male's in feeling it, but I mean as far as the females go. And so the reason we even talk about it is not to gross anybody out or not to do one of them TMIs, Lester, TMI. It's actually very educational because you probably had no idea. Is there anybody out there who would say, Lester, you know what? Until today, I was clueless. I had no idea. I had no idea. It takes somebody pretty darn confident to admit when they had no idea.
I have to be honest with you. It is called squirting.
So Jamie says, Lester, she's looked it up on the internet, and it's literally called squirting.
There's no technical term that I can find, and like I'm so weirded out by it because.
So I'm not laughing, I'm not giggly, I'm not being like a 12-year-old who tells a funny joke and I want everyone to laugh at me.
It could be called throwing off.
It might be called throwing off, which means what exactly?
It's a way to signal receptivity to stallions.
So it's a way to signal receptivity to a stallion. And so what I'm saying is, whenever I've noticed, someone says it could be called spraying. Is it called spraying? Have you seen the word spraying? So guys, listen to me. I'm just going to kind of describe how it goes. And listen, I'm not joking. This is not some kind of a laughing matter because there's nothing to laugh about. It's just horse behavior. And if you don't have a mare, you may have never seen this. But what happens with Val and Rita, along with Dixie, along with Prim, along with Storm, along with every horse, mare, female, that I've ever worked around or hung around with, when they come into their heat cycle, they do something that's very bizarre. And they literally will back their tail end up and they will open their legs and they will just gush. Something will gush from them. It's different than urine, so it's not urine. So don't think, Lester, they're just having to urinate. They're not urinating. I know the difference. I can't hardly read any of what y'all are saying. But listen, I'm just telling you what I've just observed for years now. And so when Jamie says that she thinks that the mares are in heat, well, that's one way to tell that they are, because they will all do it. Now, I've not seen Gemma do it, and she might be too young. Yeah.
And then Val also is probably aging out of that as well. So,
oh, I know. I've seen Val do it.
No, I know she's
Val does it.
But I'm telling you,
you better run for cover when she does, because that girl is tall, and that stuff will blow in the wind. It will blow in the wind.
It is urine, though. I did read that. It is urine.
Well,
but it's small bouts of urine, and it's to the pheromones release, and that's like them calling. They do sync up their cycles, which makes it great because all of the mares just go crazy during that time, because that's just what happens. And younger mares, Rita's age, are much more nuts. I'll just call it nuts during that time period. And it lasts them about 7 days, and then they're back to normal. And it's oddly like a human cycle. it makes them a little bit crazy.
Well, there you have it. There you have it. Thank you, Jamie, for helping tell folks that I don't just make up this stuff.
A lot of people don't like mares. Like horse people
Yeah.
prefer not to have mares because that cycle changes their demeanor and their responsiveness and how they treat their owners. A lot of people prefer geldings because you get a calm, cool, collected, easy, even keel, never changes.
This is your gelding all the time. There's very little that's going to affect a gelding as far as all the emotions and stuff. Very calm, collected.
But then the people that love mares, like me, if you can love a mare through the heat cycle, and a lot of people like barrel racers and other people that use mares for working things like that, they will tell you that when they're on their cycles, if you have a good mare, it'll be like the best ride or the hardest that they work or whatever, because they're mad at other things, so they just like put it all into their efforts. But you have to find people that are willing to like go with that roller coaster, as I understand.
And then someone asked, is it every month? Is it like a cycle, like a monthly cycle? The
Every
way it is
21 days.
So every 21 days, friends, at 21 days. So I can't say this ever prevented us from doing our normal routine.
No.
But I can attest to the fact that when they're on that time of their month, they are not as pleasant to be around. I'll just say they're not quite
I try
as
not to
pleasant
schedule
to
like
be around.
footwork during that time, or medical things or anything that we have to do that requires them to get out of their routine, because it's a little bit harder. That's the truth.
Yeah.
And like the other part is like Prim and Storm will get jealous of each other. Like, so if you walk in the pasture and Storm's natural cycle leaves her to wanting to own you in every way. Like, she wants to pull you in and hug you and no one else to touch you during that time. I don't know, it's a weird thing. Versus Prim, who wants to not be touched during that time. But you get to know your horses, and they're, like, oh, that's who they are. They'll come back around. And I guess that's just like knowing your partner. Like, obviously you don't have a cycle, so I don't have to deal with that, but you probably
I have low testosterone, so I take pellets up the ass.
Stop it, that's not what I meant. But I meant like men or women who have women partners probably get to know their partners like emotions that go with that cycle. And then, it's sad. I feel bad because menopause is like a whole other game and like is really unpredictable and has no cycle whatsoever. It just has like moments of freaking hot, boiling, and then freezing cold, and then being very short and being exhausted. Like, it's a whole other thing that is not part of like the normal ebbs and flow.
Huh. Interesting. Well, friends, at this point, as you can see, we are losing our light. You want to walk somewhere else? Are you ready to wrap this thing up?
That's up to you. It's your life.
Yeah, it is.
It's 45 minutes only. So.
Yeah. The only thing we could do is go inside, but that's okay. Friends,
if you want to.
Huh?
Up to you. You can go in if you
Jamie wants to take this party
it's
inside
not that
the
I
RV.
Need to. It's just that I know you normally go an hour.
We're going to go ahead and take this party inside the RV. You guys come on with us. We're inviting you guys inside the JL Motel. Let me show you, just because I like looking at it. That's where we're going right there, y'all. You're going to come with me inside the JL Motel. There's also a train coming down the tracks. Can you guys hear it? You know what's kind of weird is that a lot of times come evening, afternoon, the wind dies down because the sun is what normally controls the amount of wind. And so whenever the sun goes down, the amount of wind, it all has to do with pressure, rising pressure, dropping pressure. But what's weird is when I got here, there was almost no wind. And all of a sudden right now, there's a very heavy wind. And I don't know where it came out of. And I hope it's not going to be any kind of a storm, because I did not expect rain for a while.
We're not going to get any rain till Sunday, but then
Could
Sunday
you flip that light on right there beside you?
Oh, gosh.
What's wrong?
All of my makeup is gone from today.
Why don't you do this, and then you can, it puts a shadow on your
That's
head.
really... No wonder you like to wear hats.
Well, I put on my Mr. Rogers cap. This is my
day
indoor.
in the neighborhood. A beautiful day for a neighborhood.
This is my Mr. Rogers indoor cap. So I can wear that.
We're gonna get like 12 days of rain.
So we have a lot of rain coming our way, but not till
Sunday.
Sunday. Easter Sunday, we're going to get some rain. I hope we can get past the Longhorn games first, because I got some fun games planned for my boys.
Are you going to play this time, though?
I don't know. I kind of like to narrate, or I like to be they have to have a host. I like to host. And so it's not really fair that I host and play, because I have to test all the games out ahead of time.
People are saying your truck door is open. Is that true?
My truck door is wide open.
Okay.
You gonna talk when I go close it?
Only if you want to, or I can go do it afterwards.
No, I'll go do it. Just you entertain them.
I didn't mean that you had to go do it right now. Well, hey y'all. Welcome to Wednesday night, where you can be, 5 places at once because we squeezed it all in today. I'm really happy that the horses made it back, back home. But I built the video while Lester was live with y'all, so that'll be able to play tomorrow. And it was an interesting journey. I'll just say that. It was, I was nervous. And I think that the horses probably felt that. And it made them, believe it or not, I think that they were nervous after what happened yesterday as well. So, it's done. And we're really, I love the fencing. I haven't even asked Lester if he loves it yet, but it looks so beautiful coming up the driveway. And then to know that they have that extra bit of protection just gave me a really good peace of mind. Okay. I see his light. Oh, he's pulling his truck around. He didn't want to walk back. That's what that is. I did check out Val's rear leg. I don't know why she's holding that back up. So it is her back left leg. Her foot looks fine. It just makes me wonder if I picked everything out. I gave her a good stretch. I am probably going to call Dr. Lauren and ask her to come out and see Val just to do an adjustment. But I don't know why she held it up for him, and then she held it up for me the other day. She always, so like when I'm grooming her, scrubbing her feathers and just, brushing out everything and picking out her feet, she is very reactive to, like, if you go down by her feet, if you touch her feet or her leg, she's just automatically going to pick it up. Like she's probably the most wonderfully trained when it comes to picking up her feet. Horse.
A water bottle?
No, but thank you. I have a soda in the chair up there. So she probably is I'm guessing just like hyper, just like, here, I'll pick it up if you need me to. And it's the easiest one for her to pick up. I do notice that with any drafts and any of the bigger horses that it's harder for them to balance and to pick up their legs like that. So I just think that she's just trying to be proactive. But nonetheless, I plan on calling Dr. Lauren just to have her schedule an appointment to just see everybody. It's good for her to come see the new horses after they traveled, plus Talus went back up to A&M, and it would be good for her to come see them.
Is she still able to be ridden?
Today she was okay whenever I picked up her foot and everything.
Okay.
Val is very stoic in the same way that Roman was stoic. Whenever Roman was really sick and we knew something was wrong, but we didn't know how sick he was. Val is very much like
Roman?
Whenever Roman was sick last fall.
Roman wasn't even here last fall.
Winter.
You mean when he first got here?
Yes. And he ended up having the respiratory infection.
Okay.
So what I'm saying about drafts in general is, like, they don't really tell you that they're not feeling well. So, like, when I poke all over her, she wasn't reactionary or anything like that. She picked up all 4 feet today. She let me pick out her hooves. Like, none of those things happened. So I don't feel like she's telling us, like, it hurts or something like that. Like, I just feel like if you touch her leg, she's going to pick it up, is what I feel like. But it wouldn't hurt to get her checked out, is where I'm at.
Okay. Well, I just don't want to mess up my my daily ride is all I'm saying.
I think that she'll let you know if she can't do it.
Okay.
And just listen to her cues, you know?
Yeah.
I didn't know we were putting lotion on together. But my...
Working hands.
Oh, it's not lotion. It's cream.
It's working hands.
Oh, goodness. Some zoos started training their giraffes to pick up their feet like horses do. Interesting. I don't think I'll ever own a giraffe. I don't really see that in our future.
So you, when at some point today, you actually looked at Val's feet then?
Yeah,
to see what she was doing this morning, and you picked her feet. Okay,
yeah,
good.
Yeah,
and everything's fine.
Yeah, there was no rock or anything in there. That, you know, it's hard to... That's the other part. I'm not a hoof expert as well. So, like, she's not limping. Like, I watched her. She's not limping. She's not, like, her gait isn't off to that way. Giraffes have a lankier, different walk anyway. And she, you know, she is arthritic. So we just got to watch it that we don't overdo it with her and make sure she maintains her supplement and, you know, do that.
Okay. Well, I love the fact that when I was able to pull her out today, not only was it neat that I got the chance to spend some time and attention with her, but also she got a chance to eat a second portion.
Yes.
And so if there's anything else good about the fact that we pull her out every day, it's the fact that she gets to eat enough.
Yeah.
And then what was really cute, and you probably missed this, but when I pulled up today and I walked into that pasture, Val saw me and come running.
Aww.
But Rita cut her off.
Yeah.
Rita cut her off, and then Gemma cut her off, and then, but it was cute how she did come running. She saw me,
Aww.
and she come running.
That's
and
so sweet.
I love the fact that she and I are starting to bond.
Val is easy to bond with. Val is a very special horse.
So no matter what you say, I'm just saying that it looks as though Val may have chosen me. So
whatever.
Rita and Roman and Val might be...
Whatever.
Rita, Roman, and Val might have all chosen me as their person. And
I'm sorry, Val chose me first.
Well, she might have changed her mind now that she's had a chance to get to know me better.
It's because you carry muffins in your pocket.
No one has...
Yes. That's exactly why. I get love without muffins. Just saying. Just saying. Talus's eye is okay. Everybody's wounds are okay. I can tell it's swollen today from yesterday's event, but I cleaned that out too. And
you know what this reminds me of? I'm just making an example. Have you ever seen like when rich people get a divorce and they fight over the gosh darn dog?
I don't think you gotta be rich to fight over the dog, but yeah.
Well, I don't know of any poor people who've ever got a divorce and fought over the dog. I think usually in poor people, the wife kicks the hound out with the man, right? Take that stinking dog with you, usually. But rich people will fight over dumb stuff. Now, I'm not saying that we're rich, but all I'm saying is, if push ever comes to shove, we might have us a war over Val.
She's mine.
Huh?
No, she's mine.
Oh. No, I play, y'all. We're joking, but that is true. I have seen, like, rich people will fight over the dumbest stuff. They'll fight over the dumb stuff.
Yeah.
Women keep the dog. Well, it depends on the dog.
Yeah. That's funny.
Depends on the dog.
Don't worry, we're not separating and we're not fighting over animals and everybody's singing Kumbaya together and everybody's safe and all is well.
There's people here who've taken the dog to divorce court with them. So, and some say they were given the dog through divorce. Huh? That's nuts. I didn't know y'all were people like that. I didn't know y'all were a bunch of crazies. I'm playing.
Gosh.
Now, there's this property has transformed so much. I was just telling everybody earlier in the live that now we have an entire pasture opened again. The bullpen, beautiful pasture, 10 acres, amazing grass. It has its very own barn, water supply, And we have a big night light out there now. We have a big night light that comes on. It's the kind that's sitting there by the transformer that comes on from, is it called dusk to dawn?
Yeah, it's a
big
security light.
Boy, it's a big security light. And it lights up that pasture.
Very much so.
Yet there's no animals on it. And so I was considering the possibility of remaking that the gladiators, taking Waylon along with all of those yearlings, some of which have already been bred, who will be moms this year, not till much later in the summer, early fall, and reclaiming that as the gladiator pasture.
Isn't that where you want to ride Val, though?
Well, I mean,
because I don't feel like it would be wise to ride her in the pasture with everybody else. I will say that that's probably not.
I don't think we can take 10 acres, because if you don't have something grazing it, hold on. I think you got to kind of weigh things out. And I don't think you can devote an entire 10 acres with shelter and with water and with nighttime lighting and good quality grass just because I want to ride my horse a few times a week. I don't think so. So I think that Val will be fine being ridden. Maybe not with all the other horses, because we know how that would go.
Yeah.
But around, and we'll just see eventually maybe how everything goes, if you can get her into a pasture or not. But Talus needs to be ridden also. It's not just Val. Talus needs to be ridden. And I feel like if they are rideable horses, Rita needs to continue to be worked with. Over at the other property, Prim needs to be ridden. So there's going to be a lot of horse riding. This is something we can talk about real fast if you want to, because there are people who get, let's just say they get tired. People have voiced their concerns with getting tired of seeing the same thing, as far as, I'm tired of seeing horses. I'm tired of seeing the longhorn. And so all I can say to that is, normally a person who does a vlog, the letter V-L-O-G, vlog, that's what it's called. It's a video log, or in other terms, a diary, right?
Yeah. So
we do a virtual diary of our day. And so your vlog really is what you do, what parts of your day you're going to video log. And so even though we have to do all kinds of different things throughout the day, some days you will, some weeks you'll get more of some things than you will in other weeks.
Yeah, my videos this week are like all horse all the time, and it wasn't intended to be that way, but things sort of happened that skirted it that way. Because trust me, I'm doing other things, and I have other content that I'm recording, but some of it is very timely, and like, it matters. It matters in the storyline. It matters in what I mean to.
No, you're right, because I was going to go there, because if you want to keep things in line, or at least as close as possible, sometimes you can't be exactly the same day, but if you want to keep things timely, then you kind of have to document the things that are happening when they're happening and get those videos out as soon as possible.
And the horses are really big parts of our day.
Oh,
right now.
Yeah, right now they're huge parts of our day. The fact that Talus was sick not long ago and had some issues, that consumed, I bet you that consumed probably at least 3 of my days of videos. And so getting the hay for the horses, that was a huge moment for us to find out that we actually have a hay that the horses want and can eat. And even more important, I don't know if you've talked about this yet, it can reduce our dependency on having that green hay, which is alfalfa, but it's super expensive. We have a hard time finding a supplier right now. The last supplier, you guys know what happened there. We ended up having to eat 80 bales of that stuff, and that we couldn't return, because it's a long story, not going to bash anybody. But so now we found a source of good quality nutrition. And what I'm saying is, so yeah, kind of you might get I saw a hay video yesterday. Well, we're not sitting there showing you a bale or a roll of hay, but we're talking about what goes along and the importance of it. So just understand that sometimes things that are very relevant with us, it's like whenever the longhorns are having babies. I mean, there's no way we're not going to be able to make a video without being glued to the longhorns. Barnadette. I mean, it comes in phases, y'all. It kind of comes in phases. Don't you agree with that?
It does. And some other times, like, really magical things happen, but I'm guilty of not having my camera, which happened to me today. So I found myself on the bathroom floor with
Barnadette
and the kittens. And the kittens are, like, super mobile right now and really cute. And here I was on the floor. I just had time in between calls. My phone was charging. And all of a sudden in comes Stella. And I was like, oh, this is going to be bad. She's like, Barnadette can take care of herself, but she's going to run Stella straight up out of here. And she didn't. And she let Stella lay down. And Stella just stared into Barnadette's eyes. And then
was amazing.
The kittens walked over to Stella. And Stella didn't move. And Barnadette just let it happen. And I was in dire shock. But I was also between this all happening and the door, and my phone was all the way in my office. So I didn't want to call Lester because I didn't want to be like, I didn't want the moment to be disrupted or to be spooked, but it was
powerful.
So powerful and special.
Yeah, I got to hear about it after the fact. And then when I went in trying to recreate the entire scenario with my camera, no, they didn't want to come to me. They only wanted to go to her. Now they're tired and want to be with mama. I will say that, I guess, kind of touching on that, it was cute today that we were having lunch and Barnadette came out of the washroom. We leave the door open. The dogs don't bother her or the kittens.
No.
And Barnadette actually says, you know what? I need a break. These kids are driving me bananas. I need a break. So Barnadette came out of the washroom, come through the kitchen, all the way to where I was sitting there. I was reclined, and I had my plate of food in my lap. And Barnadette jumps right up beside me and looks at me like, what you eating?
Yeah.
So I did. I had to cut off pieces of my food and I fed them to Barnadette. And what's crazy is she loved it so much that as I was sitting there cutting to pieces, and I would begin to reach over to hand them to her, she was eating them off my fork. I'm like, oh my gosh, Barnadette. Yes. So here she was, a cat living out in nature a couple of months ago, and now she's over here beside me, looking at me, eating off of my fork. Eating it right off of my fork.
Yeah.
I didn't care. I ate it anyway. I kept eating, but I would take a bite and then give her a bite. And if I cut her bite too big, Jamie would say, it's too big, make it smaller. So I had to sit there and cut little pieces of my food to make them Barnadette size. So she's getting some loving. But yeah, moments like that, you don't always get to grab your video and capture. But they're beautiful moments that we get to experience.
Yes.
And then talk about a little bit later. And then we have the memories here, which are always fun to think about and stuff.
I'm hoping it'll happen again. It was just it was a special one.
Yeah.
But Hank and Barnadette get along just fine. She's a really versatile. She reminds me of Mabel's Confidence. Like,
no one jacks with Barnadette.
No.
Barnadette, she may be a stranger to all of the cats and the dogs around, Longhorn Lester's, but she puts up with no mess from anybody. And the dogs can sense it. They don't need to be slapped across the face. They can just look her in the eye and she'll tell them right off, not today. Yeah. Not in my house.
Christmas will literally walk by that bathroom and look in and just kind of keep walking like, I'm not going to jack with that. Like, and there's cat food in there, and they don't, every animal we have, I think, loves cat food, and she doesn't jack with it. Like, it's really powerful. She's a really sweet addition, and she's so petite now that she's lost all the baby weight. Like, she's so tiny. Her babies are going to be bigger than her in no time.
No, she's a tiny baby. In
absolutely no time. We have one kitten left to name, by the way.
Oh.
It's the black one with the M on its head.
All black?
No, it's the black striped one. Black and gray striped. It's a girl.
Wait. So the tiger striped one. I thought you named him Daniel Tiger.
Daniel Tiger is the all black one.
But that's a girl. Oh, Daniel Tiger's one is all black, which is a boy.
Yes.
And so the tiger striped one, who actually looks like a tiger, is not Tiger Daniel. So that's one. Okay, well, guys, that is a tiger striped kitty. And it's a female.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
So the other 4 I've been calling names like crazy, but yes.
Someone says Tiger Lily. That's kind of cute, I think. Cute. Tiger Lily.
We already have one. So the gray one, the gray tabby has an M on its forehead, and I've been calling it Morrow or Mr. Morrow.
Oh, you've been calling it Morrow.
Yeah.
Huh?
So I have a Morrow, I have a Daniel Tiger, I have a squirrel, and I have Popeye. Squirrel looks like a squirrel. You can name it whatever you want.
Well, I kind of like human names. I just like human names.
Like Daniel Tiger?
That was not my idea. That was not my idea. I like human names.
Okay. Well,
but
you can
whatever.
name the other 2.
No. I'll let you have. You can have fun with that. That's fine. But the point I was trying to make a little earlier.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And I only make the point because I was reading a couple of comments. Is just remember that the power lies in you of what you watch. I was today when I was watching YouTube, and then I was making my video at the same time, I actually showed people a secret, a shortcut. I know you know about this, but you know that if you just go to YouTube, just by default, YouTube, just like every other social media platform, is going to try to recommend what they want you to watch. Guys, they're a business, and they're going to recommend to you what they want you to watch. But you have ultimate control. We taught you this, we taught everybody this back when Facebook was still around, how you can choose what to watch, but you got to let Facebook know this is what you want to watch. And it ended up to where maybe it was too complicated, and so it's crazy that you have an audience of 1.8 million and nobody can find your videos.
Yeah. Because
people didn't listen to when we tried to give tutorials on what you have to do to stay in the loop of the channels that you like. And I'm kind of noticing, and it scares me, Jamie. It just scares me to see how YouTube now is starting to suggest and recommend videos to people, and what happens is you end up getting lost in those videos, and then you become a part of their algorithm. Once you start getting lost in the YouTube recommendations, you get lost in the algorithm, and that's all you start seeing. And before you know it, you'll start saying, did Lester and Jamie stop making videos? Well, what happened is you got removed. You actually accidentally removed yourself from. So what I suggest that people start learning how to do, and unless you like to get lost in rabbit holes, is right when you go to YouTube, the first thing to do is go down to where it says your subscriptions. And if you click that, YouTube will only show you videos of channels that you subscribe to. I don't mean pay. YouTube is free.
Yeah.
But so it's kind of a two-step process. It used to just go to YouTube and there you are. But now you got to go to YouTube and kind of like go down to where it says subscriptions. And then that will open up only the channels that you like to see, and that will keep you in the loop. Because what happens is once you find yourself out of the loop, it's going to be harder and harder to ever find yourself back into it. And we've always said this, and we said it back in the Facebook days, and we say it now, that we're not leaving you. We love what we do. We love what we do. But sometimes the social media giants will eventually kind of pull away from us, and they pull you guys with them. So not trying to say like we're leaving, because we're not going anywhere. But there's 1.8 million people that at some point like, wow, this is a fun channel. I like these guys. And now they have no idea we even exist. We get emails, not daily, but quite a few emails a week saying, hadn't seen your videos in so long. Didn't, what happened, whatever. So we still post to Facebook every single day. And we're blessed that the supporters on Facebook, nothing has touched that at all. Yeah. All of that is still intact. You can talk anytime you want to.
I'm listening.
Are you scared to talk about Facebook? We don't like to talk about Facebook because they might be listening.
I've had a rough couple of days on there, that's all.
Yeah, Facebook can be pretty rough, y'all. And so we've always felt like YouTube's a whole lot easier.
YouTube's home.
YouTube is home. And Facebook is like, yeah. But I'll tell you what, I do believe, and it scares me, that the issues that Facebook is having, they brought it on themselves by allowing so many fake pages, by having multiple fake pages and not stopping it, by allowing folks to copy your content and not, they don't care if you report it. You can report it all day long. Even the creator can report it and nothing happens.
Yeah.
And allowing people to literally screen record or copy your material and then post it as their own. And it makes me so sad when I go look at some of the fake accounts, some of the fake pages that belong to Jamie or myself or Brianne or Jake or anybody. And I see there's thousands.
I would say that there's all kinds of people there. They're like, I haven't seen you in forever. Or where have you been? And it's not even our page. It's all fake.
And there's thousands of people that now belong to fake channels that they think is us. And in the comments, if you read the comments, it's saying something like, Lester, I've been trying to get a hold of you. And Lester, and I'm thinking these poor folks have no idea that they're on the wrong person's channel. And then we can't say that because these people have blocked us.
Yeah. It's really impressive, actually.
They have blocked us from the channel they're calling Longhorn Lesters.
Yeah.
So I can't even tell the poor innocent people that they're being scammed. So we still post to Facebook. But, and I'm only trying to answer the questions about why we go live on YouTube and not Facebook, y'all. I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to talk business at all. You look kind of cute in that cap.
I kind of like it. I gotta be honest. It did
Let's
help the makeup
and see how
situation.
you look in this one over here.
Oh boy, now I have hat hair.
It's okay. Oh, it's pretty big on you. That's actually a cute look, though. That's actually still a cute look.
Hats are my jam, I guess.
Do you guys prefer Jamie in the flat cap or in the baseball cap style? Someone is still talking about Facebook, and they say, I always report it when I see a fake page. Guys, they don't care. You're wasting your time reporting it.
I'm so sorry that they don't care. But
they don't care.
Oh, the baseball cap.
Y'all like the baseball cap better. Okay, well, here you go. I'll tell you why I think that Facebook doesn't care. Because I don't know this for a fact. We don't have a way to communicate with Facebook. But I think that Facebook doesn't care because to them, a view is a view is a view.
Yeah.
And they can get a view on the original and the actual Longhorn Lester channel. Or they can get a view from the 10 fake channels. It's still advertisement. And Facebook still makes their money. They don't care whose channel it really comes from or whose content it really is. So I just hope that YouTube never goes there. YouTube has been really good, and we've had success on YouTube. And I just hate to see whenever folks are saying, hey, no video today. And I realize that YouTube is now starting to kind of show more recommendations. And what's sad about it is what they're trying to show everybody is the scary news, the stuff that gets you hooked and get you scared. They want you to be scared. And so just be aware that when you go to YouTube, you could very easily click on subscriptions and all that mess will go away. And it'll go right back to the channels that you want to watch, the one that you subscribe to.
Yeah.
So, anywho, well, listen, guys, I really don't have a whole lot more to say. It's been a long day for me. The driving just takes it out of me. Sorry, but it does. We've already saw the horses. We walked out there for a little bit. We've also walked over and saw the Longhorn. That was fun. And then... and
everybody was pretty well behaved in the horse pasture by the time you got here.
No, Jamie, you didn't see it.
Oh.
You didn't see nothing.
Oh.
Jamie did not see what we saw.
I missed that. Sorry.
If you are just jumping on and you did not see what happened out in the horse pasture, go back when the video's over. You can back up to the beginning. I would say about the first 5 minutes or so.
Okay.
And
maybe I shouldn't watch it though. Maybe I shouldn't.
All hell breaks loose at about the time that I walk into the horse pasture, and I see that I made eye contact with Val, and it was a beautiful moment. it was going to be a beautiful moment.
And then it was Rita.
And then Rita and Gemma saw what was happening, and they could do anything in their power to stop that moment, and they did. I still love them.
Those poor girls just want to have firsties and everything. It's like kindergartners that just want to be first in line, where the kids just like squeeze in to be able to get up front. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make that shake.
It's okay.
But yes, that's exactly what they do.
Yep. Well, thank you guys for watching, hanging out with us for a little bit this evening. We love you so much. So blessed to have you. And moderators, thank you so much for helping out on the channel. And all I can say is this: tomorrow morning, 7:15. Boy, do I do it again? Do I do it again, Jamie? Do I pull Val out and saddle her again?
See how she feels in the morning.
What do you mean? What am I looking for?
How stiff she is.
Oh. Okay.
How willing she is.
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty good at reading, and like you said, sometimes those draft horses, those big horses, can be very stoic and not let you know they're not really feeling it.
Yeah.
So that would be something I would not want to have happen. But, oh man, I've been so much enjoying those rides. So
I love to watch it. I will get out here and ride Talus soon.
Okay.
I will. We have a very busy next 2 days.
Yes, so God. Fridays.
It will not be until the weekend. But the next 2 days are slam packed, like crazy packed. So it won't be until this weekend when I build that courage up as well.
Okay. All right.
Thanks for having me on your live tonight. I didn't mean to hijack it. No. It's fine. So thank you guys for watching. We love you so much. Blessed to have you. And we will catch you guys tomorrow. I'll see you guys at 7:15 a.m. Central Time with coffee. We got to get back to coffee. I need my morning coffee. Okay. I love you all. Good night.
Night, guys. I've been doing